Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 16 updates and spoilers. We have 3 house guests of the day, Corinne Hesington and Dabby and Adriana Carreras. So, Corinne wants to know, who do I want to win now that Donnie has been evicted? Well, I would say Nicole, but it's not looking so hot for her right now. And if not Nicole, I guess I would have to say Derek. I'm not really a big fan of his, but he is definitely playing the best game out of all of them, so I guess Derek. I'm not going to be a bitter juror. And Dabby is a big fan of Pandora's Box, and she's still waiting to see one, and I would love to see one too. Maybe not one that would like have an effect on the game, like a veto or something, but it would kind of be cool just to have a nice, fun one where like the HOH would get a punishment and the rest of the house gets a reward or something like that, so that'd be cool. Alright, so yesterday the house guests were on an HOH lockdown while Big Brother was transforming the have-not room. So the feeds were off for like 3 hours. They were up there that whole time. And I'm just wondering, like, why do we not get to see the HOH lockdowns this season? I know we've seen them in the past, but this season, we don't really get to see them. So it sounds like Big Brother had some music playing for them so that the house guests couldn't hear what was going on downstairs. So are they doing that every time they're on an HOH lockdown? I don't know. But after they were released from the HOH room, they went downstairs and immediately they were like, whoa, it smells like paint. So there's definitely something going on in that have-not room, and I can't wait to find out. So Christine and Frankie had a little chat. I guess they're trying to mend fences. So Frankie apologized for being mean to Christine, for treating Nicole like a human being. Remember when he was being a little brat about that and he was like, why are you being so nice to Nicole? So he explained that Nicole coming back into the game really threw him for a loop, and now he's just trying to get his light back. It's really important to him. So Christine was like, yeah, okay, cool. And then she apologized for being feisty towards him. She was like, I was pissed that I got nominated. Go figure. So I'm just thinking these two are really trying to cover their butts before the next HOH competition. For real. So some of these house guests are thirsty for some booze. So Big Brother gave them each a thimble last night. They threw them a bone. They gave them 1 bottle of wine and 3 beers. I guess they don't want to give them too much, hi Flash, before the double eviction, because it would be kind of sad if they were all walking around like, it'd kind of be interesting though, so maybe they should do that. But Nicole and Victoria shared the bottle of wine. They went in the fire room and had a secret BFF toast. I have to say I really do enjoy the friendship that has blossomed between Nicole and Victoria in the past 2 weeks. It seems genuine and it's cool. So Frankie, while that was going on, was telling the guys, how he talked to Christine and he apologized to her, and he was like, yeah, I mean, I don't want her going into the HOH competition. She's hitting my butt. He was like, I don't want her to go into the HOH competition mad at me. I knew that was his motivation for that. But in the long run, I really don't think it's gonna matter. If Frankie wins, he's still gonna want to go after Christine, and if Christine wins, she's gonna want to go after Frankie. So it's just like a common courtesy. I don't think it really means anything. So anyway, they were all messing around last night with tipsy Nicole. Frankie was trying to get her to kiss him because he wanted to show her how to be a good kisser before she goes back to Hayden in the jury house. And Cody was like, Nicole, does Hayden hate me? What did he say about me in the jury house? Does he hate me? So it seems like the answer is yes, because Nicole was just like, what? Like laughing and stuff, and she was just like, I don't know, Cody. So she was like, we didn't really talk about you in the jury. So she was just playing it off, but I think it's pretty obvious that Hayden is not a big Cody fan. So Christine was like, oh, don't worry, Cody, I don't think he likes me either. Probably not. So Nicole was being feisty last night. She was calling people out. So she asked Caleb why do we call you beast mode? Because I haven't seen you do anything that would indicate that you're a beast. She was like, Caleb, show me your muscles, beast mode. And he was fully engrossed in his Cletus character, which is like that Larry the Cable Guy character that he has. So he doesn't want to be referred to as beast mode when he's being Cletus. Duh. So he starts saying to Nicole, oh wait, let me just say, like, too, he gets so serious when he's in these characters. Derek was trying to ask him just like a simple question, like, will you trim my hair tomorrow before the show? And Caleb was like totally ignoring him. So then Derek tried addressing him as beast mode, still ignoring him, and then he's like, Cletus. And Caleb's just like, what? Yeah, for real. So as Cletus, Caleb says to Nicole, you're skating on thin ice right now with the kind of weight you're packing, you better not. Whoa, that was pretty rude. So then, a few minutes later, they were still joking around. He picks up one of the chairs and he's like, I'm gonna punch you in your head if you talk to me like that again, woman. So, I mean, I guess he was joking, but at the same time, violence isn't really funny, so, and then the diary room was like, Caleb, please go to the diary room. So they were probably like, don't do that. So Derek was getting lots of hollers last night. Big Brother was having some fun with them too. The house guests were all loving it. At one point, everyone was repeating, D-Bomb, hello! And I mean, they did that in a row, like 20 times. I'm not kidding. After the first 5 times, I was just like, and Derek was just like, shut up. So Derek went upstairs with Cody and they were studying like the different events and that kind of thing for a future competition. So Caleb joined them and they had a little strategy chat in the HOH room. So Derek was like, all right, I think we're good for tomorrow. I think that Frankie is gonna continue to roll with us right into the final 4. He's like, we gotta get Christine out next. And Cody's like, well, I think that Frankie is going after me and Caleb, so I don't really feel comfortable with that. He's like, if I win HOH, I'm gonna nominate Frankie. So Derek keeps pushing like, well, I think Frankie's good with us, so we should put up Christine and Victoria and get rid of Christine. And Cody's like, well, I don't think so. And it just kept going back and forth, the same stuff. So you can tell Cody is kind of trying to do the same thing now that Derek has been doing this whole time with Victoria. He wants to bring Christine to the final 3 because if he's there with Derek and Christine, they're both going to probably take him to the final 2. So who wouldn't want that? But Derek is not happy. So Nicole kind of made like a last-ditch effort last night to save herself. She pulled Beast Mode Cletus into the storage room and she was like, if I'm not a threat to your game, why do you want me out? And Caleb was just like, well, it's what the house wanted, and they would all go after me if I didn't put you up. I mean, like, I don't want you to go, it's whatever. So she's just like, oh, okay. So then Cody and Derek last night were talking alone in the bathroom area. Again, Cody's like, listen, bruh, I don't want to go after Christine. He says that Caleb is just trying to bring Frankie to the end because he thinks that he can beat him, but he can't. Ooh. So Derek is like, well, Cody, listen, I gave you my opinion, but in the end, at the end of the day, it's up to you to make a decision. So he's basically like, do what I say. So, subtly. So Nicole and Derek had a one-on-one chat last night before they went to sleep, and Nicole was like, yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll say something on the way out that will mess up Christine and Frankie's games so that you guys will be good. So she's like, maybe I'll say something like, Christine and Frankie are playing the best games and I would totally vote for one of them to win in the end. Because if people hear that, they're gonna be like, whoa, there's a vote right there for them, we gotta get rid of them. So Derek's like, yeah, that's great. So he's really working for the jury vote. He's like, I've been here for you all along. Those other people just started being nice to you when it was for sure that you were going home. So don't be fooled. Remember who your real friends are. So she's just like, yeah. Like everything that has gone on, Nicole is still like, Derek, I hope you win and I'll campaign for you in jury. It just kind of sucks. So she's like, Derek, if you need to split up Cody and Christine if you want to make it to the end, because I don't know if they'll bring you to the final 3. So he's just like, whoa. So today the feeds were off for most of the day so far. It's a double eviction tonight. I think it's pretty obvious that Nicole is going to be the first one leaving the house unless something insane has happened or will happen in the next few hours. But I'm wondering who do you guys think is going to go second? Who do you want to win HOH? Leave it in the comments. And until tomorrow, when there's only 5 house guests left, much love.
Edit.